Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Monday, number 14 day for this month of August 2023. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, sense past king. Lukong, una welcome to our daily podcast, a program where it bring una the truth, it bring una meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we waka for this journey to our freedom, to the independence of Ambazonia. Our good people at home and abroad are bring una revolutionary greetings. Thus, it never settle how we the road for Fundong where it be done blocked for close to 2 months as La Republique du Cameroon they be launched a raid for inside Babanki and for inside Com. Today, now it done been a landslide, it done slide again, it done block that road, cutting short the joy of our people where they be celebrate the reopening of the road.
The blockage that we had uphill would be avoided to ensure cars pass. At the same time, while that's not yet finished, we're here in another precarious situation. It is a bigger one that has happened down, and of course, the road has been blocked. We're looking forward to what is going to be happening in the minutes ahead. It's a sad situation. Reporting live from Fundong.
Our people then for inside Fundong, they do their best for use their bare hands with spits and hold them for clear the mudslide where they can block the road so that market people then feel can pass, people where they come off of Bamenda for visit village, they feel pass, especially patients them, they feel pass where they go for big bingo, go get the treatment where they need them. Fellow Ambazonians, Diongote, the chief lapdog for dictator Paul Biya, he don't enter for inside the capital for Ambazonia. He go whole meeting, big meeting with all the Lavayankees, the vampires, the cankerworms, the real people the way they fight this war for Paul Biya behalf, the Rangara for inside Boya. None of the so-called our presidents and those who did one call themselves commander-in-chief, they never make a statement even for frightening them. We don't struggle, engage the local forces, especially the biggest forces for inside Fako, the forces of the mountain lions, them too, then they like lion too where he don't sleep, or mboma where he don't chop plenty, or crocodile where he don't already swallow his own elephant. Our people must understand this reality. We get leaders where they are owner for make noise. When they see say soldier them for ground, they will do something. None of them know they take the initiative, or none of them never develop that capacity for take that initiative where you go be capable for us for significantly challenge La Republique du Cameroon. The blame if you put them around because na say the struggle it don't be. It be the way we be, but we need for move on for make sure so we secure our independence and freedom for our people them. Because the last thing we cannot afford is a complete loss of all the blood and sacrifices our people have made to free themselves from the Republic of Cameroon. Adam get a lot of beautiful speeches where people they don't send them. The murderers, the biggest traitors where we get them from Ambazonia. Now people them way they don't take this struggle for make their own career. Or people the way they don't give them positions. They don't consider themselves already like presidents. They don't already arrive. Then feel saying that beautiful speeches go save our people. No, what our people need right now is for them to be able to go about their day-to-day life in a free country, free from Cameroon oppression, terrorism, harassment, and the fear. Our people need urgently a relief from this war. And I go tell our people, make all una know. For a long time, una don't know me, as all we wouldn't get the zeal for fight for free our country. One of the reason we wanna see what people they don't shidong, all these leaders they don't shidong, they don't close their mouth, they don't open their mouth for talk. Today, they focus not only for place for palava money, because now that place where they go full soldier they meet and give them allegiance. They need to fight now for campaign for actually free we or for relieve our people from any of the difficulties they will deal with them as a result of La Republique. When we go for inside Canada for negotiate, this new information we go give for now, it be very critical so that we gonna know the real demons that we have who call themselves leaders. The Cameroon government came to Canada to negotiate as authorized by the Grand National Dialogue, the authority of Diongote would let the negotiation on behalf of Cameroon that was authorized by Paul Biya made it clear that they were engaging as the authority from the Grand National Dialogue stemming from the special status. So the Cameroon government, it be make them clear for Canada. When I fit debate with all the delegates, when I fit contact all the people the way they be there for Canada, they go tell now. Say the delegates, they be make them specifically clear, say their authority for negotiate it be now within the framework of the Grand National Dialogue. So when una see leader them, where they already know, say we need to make some compromises them for save our people them, the death way it go on. Because right now, we don't undermine ourselves and our ability to the level when Diongote the enter Boya it come out. The days ahead, the years ahead will even be worse if we do not adjust ourselves for us to be able to take opportunity or cash in for all the sweat and blood we would put them in for this struggle till this moment. So when these our so-called leaders, where they don't make themselves leaders, they don't carry themselves like leaders, they can't talk all these beautiful talks them. These are very wicked people. You know by yourself, so we know if we win the war right now because of the way we will be divided. Not be say we no get capacity for win La Republique. Ambazonia have the capacity to defeat Cameroon, but we have defeated ourselves because of bullies amongst our liberation struggle, those who want to claim to be strong and play the hardline game, not because they are actually hardline, but because they want to eliminate their political opponent. You have eliminated everybody, claiming to be the only one, and then you turn around to ask them to come and collaborate with you. It can never work like that. Who is fooling who? So we know the reality. So when our leaders, they don't focus to actually give our people the type of education, the type of political ideology that can free them to take advantage and have the maximum concession, the maximum freedom, we get them for La Republique. But then they play politics, they try to come out as for emerge as the ultimate leader, as the only leader. They go end up even destroy even the small one who don't get them. So maybe another one we know very, very clearly. The international community, they know our stance. They know our capability. They know the compromise situation where the leader then they don't take them. Right now, our rhetoric and our public stance is helping only one man, Paul Biya. Our own foolishness is helping only one man, Paul Biya. Even the American, they don't hell we can stand up for talk. Say one possibility it no be right now. Listen for me, Ambazonian. The American government, the German government have publicly eliminated the possibility of immediate independence. Our leaders, they know that we cannot have independence right now. The only thing we can attain right now is to cash out for our people the highest bargain we can have for them so that they will be relieved from the pressure we have from the enemy due to this war they have put upon us. Because if we do not change our stance and our demand, recalibrate our struggle to an attainable goal, then we are making a fool of ourselves because the whole world knows the reality and Paul Biya is simply taking advantage. Whatever you say, Paul Biya will say, now people where they want only independence. So any man where you want even talk about them, that means say you support na independence. No be people where they will fight now for something specific for their own people. We need for begin fight La Republique for put the right message for the world and for our people. We are resisting. We are resisting occupation. These coming months, we will show you people what we Ambazonians fighters can do. We will transform Ndian and give La Republique a response to show you people those who are really fighting for you. They are not the people who are going around asking for money. Like I've told you many times, we will fight La Republique. We will resist until we have an attainable solution that can protect the basic right of our people to live in peace, without harassment, without being terrorized by their own very identity. Talking about identity, Ambazonians, for instance, Canada, they don't reach out for something will be very important where I feel saying a thing where people they need for know them very well. na time for we for be enlightened and for throw away all those things them we don't hold we don't make them what people they almost can't finish for nothing. We fight for independence, we fight for freedom. Make we not make no mistake. But if people then can't take this fight, it turn na their own enam, it turn na their own political party, their own groupism. It go make them we go regret. Our people they go regret why we ever fight. So it be very important. Make we wash our mind for every dirty, put ourselves in the right path. As I always tell our people, only the truth shall set you free. Not sweet talks by demons who are pretending that they are good people, who are the most evil people. The dictators that we have in Amazonia are worse than Saddam Hussein, are worse than Adolf Hitler, are worse than anything you can imagine. But we must free ourselves by standing on a solid ground, a sound ground that reflects who we are as a people of the former British South, a humble people, a gentle people that have sound knowledge. To that, our people then for instance Canada, they don't contact me in a way where I no fit ignore them, especially the people for Calgary. The people for Calgary would not see how we for inside America and for inside for UK, our own hero for instance so Witty Mestro, they don't welcome me, he don't can perform. What people they don't celebrate. Our people them they don't be able to celebrate our culture and our identity. As this song, we are proud of who we are by Witty Mestro. It be sung by our people them. Today we get one of our own Amazonian boy for Kumba. The musician where they call his name na Ko-c. When I didn't bring this song for Cameroon, where they call him say deux œufs spaghetti. It come for inside Calgary for Canada for can sing. It come for the both francophones and anglophones. That means say Amazonians. They come for the plenty. And our people them for Calgary, Amazonian for diaspora for Calgary, they call me in a number one, no fit ignore them. For talking how they go do, they be confused. Because this our own brother, where he real name Njang Mengu Collins, where he use the name Ko-c, K-O-C. As he come, now musician where he come off from Amazonia, but now he can put Cameroon for front. In music, now he can give prestige for the Cameroon B and their army. Now he don't give Cameroon their own song, their own trademark song for international war way. Even when Cameroon they compare with Ivory Coast, they put nice song for before. So our people they don't know whether for go for day or no for go for day or for protest or no for protest. Wait till where 1 week our people they know. Now so now see how we maestro Witty it come the sing. In it still talk about refugee them. Before it done almost been an automatic thing say even when francophone musicians they go abroad for go sing. The population they talk say at least talk about the war where they go on, the killing where they go on for anglophone, for the so-called anglophone reason, for our Amazonia. So now they need to still talk them. You see even our own person when I bring the song, we proud of who we are. It can't dance, so I need to hear anything. So man go even use some style for put Amazonian flag day or for do anything. Now a reflection of what way our struggle it then become. And I will use this opportunity for reply for our people then for Calgary publicly, so that make our people then understand the confusion of our identity. Who are we? What is the really name you can call ourselves? Our people they face this dilemma, especially we for diaspora. Where you go someplace, they ask you, say, where are you from? You say, I'm from Amazonia. So one they will say, I'm from Cameroon. They will say, no, you are from Cameroon. For me personally, when they ask me, where are you coming from? I usually say, I'm from Amazonia. I carry the name Amazonia. I will explain for people and say, my uncle come. Now, for the most part, I used to call myself, I come from English Cameroon for avoid some unnecessary debate or explanation where it would take me a lot of time. So people, the way they ask me, where are you coming from? I say, I come from English Cameroon. Then I have to explain to them that Cameroon, as you see, is made up of two countries. Amazonia, when the name we would like to call ourselves, when the so-called Anglophone regions, for the so-called Cameroon, I need to go through for explaining. So all these very important issue them, it be at the forefront in the heart of our people for Calgary, where they check say, make them go for the boy concert, make them not go how a whole Ambazonia go dey wey na they put La Republique their flag for front, na they put their military for front. Wait till I want to tell our people then I say, in our zeal and our anger against the brutality of the Cameroon government, would that make a lot of mistake, a lot of bullies, and some of them patriot, for that matter, where they get good intent. They don't put we for a position where we don't know the right thing from the wrong thing. We don't even know reality from our own aspiration. I go explain for una very carefully, make una understand something. Legally speaking, our territory right now is recognized by the United Nations as West Cameroon. In the constitution of La République du Cameroon, we are designated as the people of West Cameroon. I go explain them for una very well, make una understand so that make una not confused and make we take full advantage. Because if you don't have this knowledge, if you don't know the right thing, you cannot even free yourself. If you go for court, you don't feel the right form, you go make wrong accusation, you cannot be given the right solution to your problem. So Cameroon is constitution now. Cameroon it don't get basically 4 constitution where it include us, our territory, Ambazonia. You get their first constitution where we've been at the Federal Republic of Ambazonia of Cameroon. The Federal Republic of Ambazonia of Cameroon, I mean to say, now the official recognized union or entity where it include by the United Nations both territories of Ambazonia and La République du Cameroon. This process for unite these two countries them it be ongoing because the United Nations then specify the instrument for unite the two territories them where it be called a French Cameroon. It will be designated as French Cameroon. That means the territory of French Cameroon. But we at the time of unity it will be in La République du Cameroon. I mean say the unity between La République du Cameroon and Southern Cameroons. Our country before it want join La République du Cameroon, it will be called na British Cameroon. British Cameroon. By the time we would want to unite with Cameroon after the plebiscite, our country it will be officially separated into 2. The British Cameroon, when the side when our own now, it be called na the Southern Cameroons with S. So we join with La République du Cameroon in this experiment for joining as Southern Cameroons with S. The United Nations document for the United Nations Resolution 1608, it call we na say na the people of the Southern Cameroons. When we join with La République du Cameroon, Southern Cameroon join with La République du Cameroon, not French Cameroon. Previously, they will be in a French Cameroon. Previously, will be in a British Cameroon and then Southern Cameroons. So, Southern Cameroons is join in this joining with French, with La République du Cameroon for form the Federal Republic of Cameroon. The constitution for that Federal Republic of Cameroon, when it be recognized as a sovereign territory for that one country where they see them now, where they call them say Cameroon, where we dey for inside La République du Cameroon, dey for inside, or former French Cameroon, it dey for inside. That territory, it be recognized as the Federal Republic of Cameroon, where it designate we for the constitution as West Cameroon. The territory of La République du Cameroon, it be designated by that federal constitution as East Cameroon. So for the 4 constitution, the way it don't give we name. The first name we will get them, official name we will get them for United Nations na Southern Cameroon. The one where it come as a result of the federal constitution where Amadou Ahidjo for 20th May 1972 through an illegal constitutional referendum, it be changed the name and form of the state from a Federal Republic of Cameroon to the United Republic of Cameroon. Even under the United Republic of Cameroon, our territory is still be referred to as West Cameroon. The third constitution for La Republique, it will come into law as used by a presidential decree for 4th of February 1984. Where Paul Biya, it will change the name of that Cameroon into the Republic of Cameroon, La République du Cameroon. Still, that constitution where it be succeeded by the 1996 constitution is still referred to our territory as West Cameroon. So you get 4 constitutions for Cameroon. You get the one for 1961. You get the one for 1972. You get the constitution for 1984. And then now you get the current constitution for Cameroon, when the one for 1996, where they call it a decentralized unitary state. So legally speaking, our territory now West Cameroon. It be denoted as West Cameroon. Throughout history, many countries and cities they don't undergo significant political, social, and cultural changes where it then lead for them to get a different name being used for the same place. You get, for example, Germany. It been known in German language as Deutschland, where it means dies thick. That means the people of. But it be called Germany in English. So Germany, it come now from a Latin word, where during the Roman Empire, because now the Roman, they be dominate the world, they be control the world, so now they be give the name for Germany as Germany, where now a Latin name where it refers to the tribe the way they be there for inside that country, because for Roman people they use now the name for the tribes for call people their country. So Germany, they call them Germany now because of Roman Empire, not because now the German people they want to call them their country, say Germany. For German, their own country talk, they still call their country now Deutschland. You even get example for Iran. Iran before 1935, it be called Persia, the Persia Empire. But for 1935, the government, the Shah for Iran, where they call that Raza Shah, a very famous leader for Iran, if it demands me the war, call them, no be see more Persia, but me then call them say Iran. Because it be being a Shah, like a religious and a cultural group for the people of the Aryans. Now some tribe where they dominate the Iranian country. So it be being like the chief for that village. So they use the name for that village for call their country from Persia. So the Persian Empire, they call them today na Iran, because their Shah, it be demand them so. You get plenty examples like that. So our territory today, we are West Cameroon. That is how we are legally called. Or you can call us as former British Cameroon, where it go now include the northern part of Cameroon and it go to bring confusion. Or for just call our territory as before we want join La République de Cameroon for this experiment, na Southern Cameroon. So what official name them na British Cameroon, Southern Cameroon, and West Cameroon. The people for inside our country, they call them na Anglophones, because our significant political, social, and cultural administrative evolution, if it define who we are as a people. So we are the English-speaking people of that so-called Cameroon. So person go talk say that Cameroon, not only the French-speaking Cameroon, no. When they refer to that Cameroon, by the way the United Nations it recognize them, it include both territories. So we need to understand that one. The Cameroon, where we see them not be a country where it be free. The poor be away there for the dictator. We must distinguish between the state where they exist and the people within the state. You get Francophones and Anglophones. Anglophones are the people of the Southern Cameroons. The Francophone or the French-speaking Cameroonians are people of the French Cameroon, the former French Cameroon, or today La République du Cameroon, when at the same name where they don't put them on our territory, because legally speaking, we don't be engulfed. There don't be an attempt for engulf with the British government, they don't talk them into the French Cameroon. So the French Cameroon, they in reality like the motherland of that so-called Cameroon, that new country where La République it try for Bilam. One go even explain why they need to celebrate their Cameroon, French Cameroon, their day of independence. Because this is their concept of Cameroon now something else. So for our people where they confused about their identity, they don't know whether they will call themselves say Ambazonia. They fear for call themselves Ambazonia because this war, Cameroon don't label Ambazonia as a terrorism, as a something where they fight against their country. Normally speaking, our people then get freedom for call themselves, say, them be na English-speaking Cameroonians, them be na Anglophones. Now the best way that for do them, and they also be free for call themselves as Ambazonians. That means we call ourselves Ambazonians. But we need for always distinguish so that our people then be able to fight for our freedom more effectively. Because if you use bully tactics, you go only make people that go to feel isolated the way they feel today. Ambazonia is an aspirational and not yet an established name for our territory. A name for a country can only be established when that country is recognized by the United Nations or the international system. You can be independent or a country only recognized by the United Nations. Now, only United Nations feel recognized and independent of a country, then that country can be called an independent entity. So Ambazonia, we should always remember, is an aspirational name for our territory. Because of this liberation movement, our people have been over-reliance on social media propagation on how to define ourselves. People should know that our territory is neither a federal republic, and the status of our territory, it has not been defined or established. So when you call us Ambazonian, we should know that it is aspirational. It is not our reality. People are more afraid to call themselves Ambazonia or to even identify themselves as Anglophones because of this confusion and bullies and extreme elements of our society who have taken advantage of this struggle. When you use an extreme measure or an unrealistic thing as your reality, you tend to isolate people. Now our people have to be forced to choose. When they go to participate like Anglophones or in forums where they cannot call themselves Ambazonians, they feel isolated, and the struggle become a French society, a French anti-social liberation movement that the common man cannot identify with. We need to have a moderate position that can accommodate every Ambazonians. You cannot intimidate people because they call themselves Anglophones or West Cameroon or Southern Cameroonians, or think that because they use the word Cameroon, somehow it means that they don't stand for freedom or independence. Remember that even Southern Sudan, who have its independence from Sudan, they still use that name Sudan. It does not mean that because some people call it Southern Cameroon or they use the word Cameroon, they don't have Ambazonian in them. Our people should not follow this stupidity. This is not the reality. Ambazonia is aspirational. And those people who go around bully people to say that if you are not Ambazonian, you call yourself West Cameroon, any other name, you are not a true Ambazonian, those people are doing us a disservice, because it has made it impossible for artists to even identify with us or to use their own way to elevate our struggle. When activists, they call about the Anglophone struggle, ask people to not support any hashtag in Twitter that is called Anglophone and the Anglophone crisis. It makes people like even famous player who are promoting the end Anglophone crisis as a means for them to highlight our plight, and people who depend on their life on music that needs sponsor even from La Republique from identifying themselves with our struggle. We only isolate them. So all those bully tactics, we already talk for our artisan, hey, no use end the Anglophone crisis, the few saying our enemies. No, they are not our enemies. These are people who could turn the tide in our favor. We should be realistic. We should approach our struggle with wisdom, knowledge, and intelligence that would demonstrate that we are mature. Those extreme elements who call themselves hardliners are only isolating our struggle from the mainstream Ambazonia. So our people, where they go for Calgary, for Ko-c concert, I go encourage una, make una go there. Even like Anglophones, make una elevate the plight of our people them back home. And for Ko-c, in management, and I also tell them, say, even though una don't carry that name, say Cameroon, put them for front, make una not forget the plight for people them for Kumba. Because Ko-c na Kumba Pikin. All the musicians them, na people where them come up for our side. When I look, even person like Willie de Paris, na Bamenda, na Kumba boy, na Ambazonian. But you na see the way it elevate our own struggle even within the Francophone communities. Mr. Man no facing an enemy because they use the name Ambazonia. No be at last they use that flag, Ambazonia flag. We need to be able to moderate so that we gather all man for win this war. Otherwise, our people, they could always be confused because of the bullies we have amongst us. If only the bullies can shut up, Ambazonia will be free. Cameroon will be forced to face the reality of their illegality in Ambazonia. They will not be forced to do so if our struggle become extreme or dominated by hardline people who are not realistic. This their strong position may be good amongst their small cycle, but how many of them are there? These are people who are living in the fringes of our society and have pushed all our liberation struggle in that dark corner. We need to come out into the light to fight for our right, the right way, an inclusive way that can unite our people. Only the truth shall set you free. You shall know the truth and be empowered by knowledge that will lead us to our freedom. Capo Daniel, looking out for you, signing off.